the principles that I mentioned, we need to get people on our website. It needs to be direct response. We need to have tracking. We need to do all these things, are things that are in direct opposition of native content consumption, because you're not trying to get someone to consume the stuff in the feed because your goal is predicated on whether or not they land on your landing page. If you just think about how you consume content in a social network, which is where a majority of B2B buyers get their information on a daily basis. I'm trying to really drive this home for people. B2B buyers use these platforms every single day on their mobile device, many of them for multiple hours a day. And when they use them, they don't often click off and go to other things. Most of the consumption is happening inside the feed. And so you need to adjust your strategy to stay inside of the feed so that the stuff actually gets consumed. It's a huge breakthrough in social, and it's just something like, I don't know how many times I talk about this on the podcast, but it's something that I consistently see. Company pages on LinkedIn ads, Facebook ads from B2B companies that I think are doing well. I just knocked this stuff over. Facebook and Instagram ads from B2B companies that I think are doing well still make these fundamental mistakes about what their objectives are in social. So just trying to help people understand, we want to get to a place where there's minimal friction to as many people as possible consuming the information you're putting out.
So just a quick follow-up on what you were discussing about unlearning outdated B2B marketing. And I'm totally bought in, but I'm a senior marketing manager. How do I get my director to buy into this, and then the CMO to buy into this? And yeah, how is, I'm just looking for your advice on influencing from up, from the bottom up.
So I think there's many ways to kind of get this done. One is to share content and information. Sometimes something that simple will work. Another one is to figure out what companies they think are doing well, and then look at what those companies are doing, and then assess whether you think that they're doing well or not, and then try and guide them to companies that may be more aligned with what you're doing if they're not. A big one here, and the main reason why executives, whether it's the director or CMO or CRO or anyone, the main reason why they don't change anything is because they don't believe something is broken. Helping them see that whatever is happening right now is either suboptimal, not working, wasting money, way outside of customer acquisition costs. The sales team qualitatively just isn't happy because of the poor quality of what's being driven. So finding something like in there that you can show them or present with them so they can try and understand those things. And then the last one would be to frame it up from a customer's perspective, either with one customer in a qualitative interview or a survey or something like that. Those are all methods to help people get on board. So I did that in 2017. Nobody wanted to run Facebook ads at my company. They thought that physicians didn't use Facebook and Instagram. And I just ran a survey to 600 people that are our target buyer and said, where do you learn about medical technology? And then 65% of people said social media. And then from there, they started putting some budget there.